to tell you a weird math problem, and I need you to pay extra special attention to tell me what makes this problem silly or weird. Are you ready? Jana has 5 cupcakes. Jared has 3 school buses. How many do they have in all? What makes this problem silly or weird? Turn and tell your partner. That's right. You can't add cupcakes and school buses. It doesn't make any sense. In today's lesson, you're going to see that just like you can't add or subtract buses and cupcakes, you can't add or subtract decimals until they have the same place name. So let's see what adding and subtracting decimals can look like in real life. Timothy can sing Happy Birthday in 8 seconds. Clifford can sing it in 7 43/100 seconds. Who can sing Happy Birthday faster? By how much? Okay, so 2 things are happening here. We're comparing these numbers, and then we're also finding the difference. What operation do I use to find the difference between 2 numbers? If you said subtraction, you are right. Remember, we can't compare and we can't subtract 2 numbers until they have the same place name. Is 8 a whole number or a decimal number? If we don't see a decimal point, we know that number is a whole number. There's a little invisible decimal point coming right after the 8. 8.00 is the same as 8, right? No tenths, no hundredths. And 7 43/100 lines up with this number just like that. So which of these 2 numbers is greater? 8 seconds. Let's write that this is Timothy and that this is Clifford. Who sang Happy Birthday faster? Remember, faster means it took them less time. Clifford finished first because he took less time. To find out how much faster, we're gonna need to use subtraction with regrouping. I'm gonna move over here so I have a little bit more space. Be sure to give yourself space above your number for some regrouping here. 8 seconds, take away 7 43/100 seconds. We're gonna find the difference between these 2 numbers. I can't take 3 from 0, and I also can't borrow from 0 tenths. So I'm gonna use my very favorite, the box method of regrouping, and for a second, I'm just gonna pretend that this is an 80. If I take 1 away from 80, what am I left with? I'm left with 79. I'm gonna take that 1/10 and give it to my hundredths place. So this becomes 10 hundredths. 10 hundredths, take away 3 hundredths, leaves me with 7 hundredths. In my tenths place, I have 9 tenths, take away 4 tenths, leaves me with 5 tenths. We want to bring that decimal point down, and 7 minus 7 is 0. So these 2 were less than 1 second apart, but it looks like Clifford finished 57 hundredths seconds faster. And let's make sure we know that this is Clifford. Was 57 hundredths seconds faster. Period. Let's try this with addition. Now notice this is just a numbers only problem. It's just giving us a chance to practice. We have 56 4/10 and we have 2 3/100. So remember our rule, we can't add these until they have the same place name. But since they both have decimals, if we line these numbers up by their decimal points, then we're good to go. We have tens, ones, decimal point, tenths, hundredths. Now we're gonna add a 0 to the hundredths place just to make these numbers balanced. Once everything's lined up, we're ready to go. 0 hundredths plus 3 hundredths is 3 hundredths. 4 tenths plus 0 tenths is 4 tenths. Bring that decimal point down. Now we're just adding regular whole numbers. 6 ones plus 2 ones, that's 8 ones. And then 5 tens is all by itself. Bring that 50 down. So we have, let's read this number together, 58 43 hundredths. All right, let's try one more problem together just to see if we've got this. Jackson has 8 gallons of water. He uses 1 3/38 gallons of water on his first day. How much water does Jackson have left? When we're using up part of something and wondering how much we have left, what operation does that make you think of? If you said subtraction, you are right. Okay, this 8 gallons, is that a whole number or a decimal number? It's a whole number. We can imagine that there's an imaginary decimal right there. We have 8 gallons. We're going to give it a tenths place and a hundredths place. And we are going to take away 1 3/38 gallons to see how much we have left. We get to practice my very favorite, the box method of regrouping again, because we can't take 8 from 0. And if we go next door to regroup, there's nothing there. So for just a second, we're going to pretend like that is the number 80. We're going to cross it out, change it to 79, and we're going to take that 1 that we borrowed and give it to the hundredths place and make it 10 hundredths. 10 hundredths, take away 8 hundredths is 2 hundredths. In the tenths place, I have 9 tenths minus 3 tenths is 6 tenths. Bring my decimal point down. Okay, now I have 7 gallons minus 1 gallon leaves me with 6 gallons, which means Jackson has, read this number with me, 6 62 gallons left. Want the worksheet I'm using in this video? Click on the link below and get the full packet, including partner practice, 3 pages of independent practice, a challenge page for your early finishers, and an exit quiz. Thank you for watching and happy teaching.